Wait a minute, a secret celebrity list, video recordings, and Jeffrey Epstein-level parties. Diddy's scandal just keeps getting juicier, and we're here to spill every last bit of that tea.
You're gonna hear about my party, they're gonna be shutting them down, they're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we wanna have a good time.
As if 2024 wasn't already chaotic enough, P. Diddy, aka Sean Combs, has found himself in some seriously hot water. You know it's bad when even he predicted back in 1999 that his wild parties would eventually get him arrested. And look where we are today. He was recently arrested and is facing federal charges for sex trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Diddy has also been accused of hosting drug-fueled sex parties dubbed freak offs, where some victims were made to participate either through coercion, force, or fear.
Federal prosecutors say the music mogul has been charged with racketeering conspiracies. They say he ran an enterprise that was involved in sex trafficking, kidnapping, forced labor.
And if that wasn't enough, the internet is now going full detective mode, piecing together a list of all the celebrities who have ever been linked to Diddy's infamous freak-off parties. That's right. Everyone who has ever remotely mentioned that Diddy's party was fun is getting some serious smoke. This alleged list contains names like Leonardo Dicaprio, Jay-Z, Beyoncé, Paris Hilton, Russell Brand, Mariah Carey, Jennifer Lopez, Russell Simmons, the Kardashians, Usher, and Megan Fox. Let's talk about Leo for a second. Recently, a 1999 photo of him attending a Diddy all-white party where he was laughing and smoking has resurfaced. It also doesn't help that in an interview from 6 years ago, Diddy said Leonardo DiCaprio is the first on his list to be invited to another one of his parties.
Who's the person that's number one on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Don't think that's just a coincidence or fact. Sure, that picture was from over 20 years ago, but the interview is fresh enough to raise some eyebrows. Was it just a casual get-together, or was it a full-blown freak-off party? We can only speculate. Another celebrity laying low is Ashton Kutcher, who Diddy has a strange relationship with. The two have been seen on multiple occasions together and are really good friends.
There was one moment, so it's not really a party story, and so that started our conversation. We became fast friends.
You know the saying that goes, you are the company you keep. From this interview, it's clear that Ashton Kutcher has been to a Diddy party, but was it a freak-off party? Only time will tell. Now let's be clear. Just because someone was on the guest list doesn't mean they participated in anything freaky. But the connection alone is making a lot of celebs feel the heat. Usher, for instance, may be sweating. A clip of him talking about the time he lived with Diddy when he was a teenager has been making its rounds on the internet. Usher was only 13 at that time, but apparently he saw some pretty wild stuff.
I went there to see the lifestyle,
right?
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
At some point in the interview, Howard Stern briefly explains what we now know as a freak-off party.
It was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
Nah, not really.
Another strange thing regarding Usher is that he recently wiped his X account, but claimed that it was because it got hacked. People are wondering if it's because he doesn't want anyone digging up old tweets related to Diddy. A lot of other celebrities like Kevin Hart and Pink have been acting funny as well. What's crazy about Diddy's case is that it seems like the events of his parties were common knowledge in Hollywood, and no one said anything about it. Only a few artists like Jaguar Wright would openly talk about them.
Why is anyone shocked? Why are people still questioning whether or not Diddy is the devil?
We didn't know how extreme these parties were, and boy was it nasty. When law enforcement raided Diddy's home, they found enough baby oil and drugs to rival a pharmacy. They also found hidden cameras reportedly used to capture these freak-offs. And here's where it gets darker. Apparently, he recorded these parties and used them as blackmail. So he probably knows every single person who did something nasty during this party, and we're all waiting for names. Since these freak-offs involved orgies, everyone is left wondering which celebrities attended. But all of them are scrambling to distance themselves from Diddy like they've never heard of him before.
Some of you may not have realized that I'm not part of the club. And a lot of you listening to me right here, right now, you're not part of the club either.
Now here's where things get really strange. After all these allegations and the mountain of evidence piling up, Diddy has reportedly been placed on suicide watch at the Brooklyn Metropolitan Detention Center where he is being held. Yup, you heard that right. Apparently, the rapper is in complete shock and his mental state is all over the place, which is probably why the authorities aren't taking any chances. So they've got him under constant observation and other supervisory precautions to make sure he doesn't do anything drastic. Apart from being placed on suicide watch, it seems like the rapper is gonna have to watch his back. Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center is no walk in the park. It houses 1,600 inmates, and it is known for being dangerous, understaffed, and has a high number of deaths and suicides. In fact, an inmate was straight up murdered earlier this year, and there have been 4 suicides in just the past 3 years. So yeah, it's not exactly orange is the new black. With this track record, it's no wonder Diddy's attorney argued that the conditions there are completely unfit for pre-trial detention. His team is currently fighting to get him moved to a different facility over in Essex County, New Jersey, where he'll be safer. With all that going down, it's no surprise that keeping Diddy from making a self-exit seems like a valid concern. And let's face it, even if by some miracle he manages to pull himself out of this legal mess and prove his innocence, his career may never recover. This scandal has ripped apart his reputation, and even his business empire is crumbling because his employees are quitting left and right. Natalie Moore, his publicist, the woman who's been guarding his image for over 20 years, has called it quits. She took one look at this disaster, threw up her hands, and bailed. At least she gets to bail. The same can be said for Diddy, who has been denied bail twice.
Just in, a second judge has denied bail to Sean Diddy Combs.
So the judge cited the possibility that Combs could tamper with witnesses as he faces sex trafficking and racketeering charges.
Diddy's lawyers apparently tried to get him out on bail, but the court said no even after he offered $50 million as well as his passport and private jet. The judge said he was too much of a flight risk and could intimidate some witnesses if he got out. Diddy is staying behind bars for now, and who knows how long that's gonna be. His usual charm isn't working this time around, and his money doesn't seem like it's talking loud enough. Many people have compared this case to that of Jeffrey Epstein's creepy PDF file island parties case. Aside from the legal point of view, everything else is also identical. We have a guy who is extremely rich and extremely powerful, just like Jeffrey Epstein was. Wild parties, check high-profile guests, check trafficking charges, check, more importantly, suicide watch, check. Just like Diddy, Jeffrey Epstein was placed on suicide watch, which did not seem to help because he ended up self-exiting in a mysterious way. Also, he installed concealed cameras in numerous places on his properties to allegedly record sex activity just like Diddy. If there are tapes, there's proof. The sneaky footage could expose everyone who ever set foot in those parties. And if it goes to court, it might be one of the most scandalous trials we've ever seen. This is why people believe that Diddy's life may be in danger. There are a lot of conspiracy theories surrounding Jeffrey's demise. His brother did not believe that it was a suicide. He says that anyone could have gotten into his cell and harmed him. Some people believe that if Jeffrey had gone to trial, he may have started snitching on powerful people who did not want their secrets out in public. This is so similar to Diddy's situation, and people are worried that he's at risk, and the suicide watch is just an excuse to prepare the public for a staged exit.
As for this piece of shit, he's not gonna last very long. He's gonna squeal like a fucking pig, and there's an awful lot of powerful people that cannot have that. So watch out for the Epstein treatment. Diddy did not kill himself, and I guarantee you that the FBI is not going to be releasing all those tapes of all those celebrities and politicians and powerful executives that he has blackmail on.
So what's next for Diddy? Well, he's facing some serious time if these allegations are proven true. The list of celebrities that attended the parties just keeps getting longer, and they are shaking. We'll just be sitting here with our popcorn watching it unfold. No one knows how big this case will get, but one thing is for sure, this drama isn't going away anytime soon. So what do you all think? Is this the end of Diddy's empire, or is he gonna come back swinging? Let us know in the comments below.